The waters of the Pacific Northwest teem with life, a vibrant ecosystem that supports a diverse array of marine species. From the smallest plankton to the largest marine mammals, this region is a haven for oceanic life. Among the most impressive inhabitants are the northern resident killer whales, a unique population of orcas that call these waters home. These magnificent creatures, with their striking black and white markings, are a truly awe-inspiring sight. Their powerful bodies and graceful movements captivate anyone lucky enough to witness them in their natural habitat. Unlike their mammal-hunting cousins, the transient orcas, northern residents have a unique diet that sets them apart. While transient orcas hunt seals, sea lions, and even other whales, northern residents focus primarily on fish. They are highly specialized fish eaters with a particular fondness for salmon. This preference for salmon is so strong that it significantly influences their behavior and migration patterns. Northern resident killer whales are a distinct population of orcas with unique behaviors and social structures. They live in matrilineal pods where family bonds are strong and enduring. They are easily recognizable by their rounded dorsal fins and the distinctive black saddle patch behind the dorsal fin. These features help researchers and enthusiasts identify individual whales and track their movements. Their size is impressive, with males reaching up to 26 feet in length and females around 23 feet. The males are particularly notable for their tall, straight dorsal fins, which can reach up to 6 feet in height. These giants of the deep are highly social animals, living in close-knit family groups called pods. Their social structure is complex, with intricate vocalizations and behaviors that facilitate communication and cooperation within the group. The bonds within these pods are so strong that members often stay together for their entire lives, passing down knowledge and traditions through generations. The Pacific Northwest is an incredibly rich ecosystem supporting a vast array of marine life. From the icy waters of Alaska to the rugged coastline of British Columbia and Washington State, this region provides an ideal habitat for northern resident killer whales. The cold, nutrient-rich waters are teeming with their preferred prey, salmon. These waters are home to several different species of salmon, each with its own unique migration patterns and spawning grounds. This diversity of salmon species provides a year-round food source for the whales, who follow the salmon runs up and down the coast. The whales' intimate knowledge of these waters, passed down through generations, is crucial to their survival. Salmon are the lifeblood of the northern resident killer whale's diet. These oily fish are packed with nutrients and provide the whales with the energy they need to survive in the cold waters of the Pacific Northwest. The whales have a particular preference for Chinook salmon, the largest of the Pacific salmon species. Chinook salmon are known for their rich flavor and high fat content, making them a highly sought-after food source for the whales. The whales have developed sophisticated hunting techniques, often working together to herd salmon into tight balls before launching their attacks. This cooperative hunting strategy is a testament to their intelligence and social complexity. Northern resident killer whales are masters of echolocation, using sound to navigate and hunt in the dark depths of the ocean. They emit a series of clicks, squeaks, and whistles that bounce off objects in the water, creating a sound map of their surroundings. This remarkable ability allows them to pinpoint the location of salmon with incredible accuracy. When hunting, the whales work together, using their echolocation to herd schools of salmon into tight balls. Once the salmon are trapped, the whales take turns charging into the ball, stunning or killing their prey with powerful tail slaps. This coordinated hunting strategy is a testament to their intelligence and social bonds. Section 5. Family Ties. Life in a Pod. Northern resident killer whales live in incredibly close-knit family groups called pods. These pods are not just social groups, but are essential for their survival and well-being. These pods are matrilineal, meaning they are led by the oldest and most experienced female, the matriarch. The matriarch is the heart of the pod, guiding and protecting her family. The matriarch plays a crucial role in the pod, passing down her knowledge of hunting grounds, migration routes, and social customs to younger generations. Her wisdom ensures the pod's survival, as she teaches the younger whales where to find food and how to navigate the vast ocean. Pods typically consist of several generations of related whales, with strong bonds between mothers and their offspring. These family units are incredibly stable, often remaining together for their entire lives. These bonds can last a lifetime, with calves staying with their mothers for many years, learning essential survival skills. The young whales observe and mimic their mothers, learning how to hunt, communicate, and interact with other pod members. The close-knit nature of these pods is a testament to the importance of family and social connections in the lives of these intelligent creatures. Social interactions, such as playing and breaching, strengthen the bonds within the pod and ensure that each member feels a sense of belonging and security. Communication is also vital in these pods. Killer whales use a complex system of clicks, whistles, and body language to convey messages, coordinate hunting, and maintain social bonds. Each pod has its own unique dialect, which helps them identify and bond with their family members. In the end, life in a pod is a beautiful example of unity, cooperation, and the enduring power of family ties. These magnificent creatures remind us of the importance of staying connected and supporting one another through life's journey. Section 6. A Symphony of Sounds, Communication, and Culture. The waters of the Pacific Northwest are alive with the sounds of northern resident killer whales. These highly vocal animals communicate with each other using a complex repertoire of clicks, whistles, and pulsed calls. Each pod has its own unique dialect, a distinct set of calls that distinguishes them from other pods. These vocalizations are not just about basic communication, such as signaling the presence of food or danger. They also play a crucial role in maintaining social bonds, reinforcing family ties, and passing down cultural knowledge. The whales' intricate vocalizations are a testament to their intelligence and the complexity of their social lives. Section 7. The Salmon Crisis, a Threat to Survival. The survival of northern resident killer whales is inextricably linked to the health of salmon populations. Unfortunately, salmon populations in the Pacific Northwest have been in decline for decades, putting increasing pressure on these iconic whales. This decline is due to a complex interplay of factors, including overfishing, habitat destruction, and climate change. As salmon numbers dwindle, northern resident killer whales are facing a growing food shortage. This scarcity of food can have devastating consequences for the whales, leading to malnutrition, reduced calf survival rates, and even starvation. The plight of these whales is a stark reminder of the delicate balance of the ocean ecosystem. Section 8. Guardians of the Orcas, Conservation Efforts. Recognizing the urgent need to protect northern resident killer whales, conservationists, scientists, and government agencies are working tirelessly to address the threats they face. These efforts are multifaceted, focusing on restoring salmon populations, protecting critical habitat, and reducing human-caused disturbances. Efforts to restore salmon populations include removing dams that obstruct salmon migration routes, improving riverine habitat for spawning, and reducing overfishing. Protecting critical habitat involves establishing marine protected areas where the whales feed, socialize, and raise their young, shielding them from human activities. Section 9. A Tale of Two Orcas, Residents versus Transients. In the vast oceans, two distinct groups of orcas, known as residents and transients, navigate their lives in remarkably different ways. While northern resident killer whales rely on salmon for their survival, they are often seen in the coastal waters of the Pacific Northwest, where salmon is abundant. These orcas have developed sophisticated techniques to hunt and catch their slippery prey. Their close relatives, the transient orcas, have a completely different diet. Unlike the salmon-eating residents, transients are known for their preference for marine mammals. Transients are apex predators, feeding primarily on marine mammals such as seals, sea lions, and even other whale species. Their hunting methods are more aggressive and stealthy, often involving coordinated attacks. This predatory behavior showcases their strength and adaptability in the wild, making them formidable hunters in the marine ecosystem. This difference in diet is reflected in their physical characteristics, social structures, and hunting strategies. Residents have a more streamlined body suited for chasing fish, while transients are built for power and endurance. Transients are generally larger and more robust than residents, with muscular bodies that aid in capturing large marine mammals. They also have more pointed dorsal fins, which can be a distinguishing feature when identifying these orcas in the wild. Additionally, transients have a less defined saddle patch, a unique marking behind their dorsal fin, which sets them apart from their resident counterparts. They also travel in smaller groups, often consisting of a mother and her offspring, which contrasts with the larger, more stable pods of resident orcas. Their vocal repertoire is different as well, with transients using fewer more discreet calls to avoid alerting their prey, while residents are more vocal, using a variety of sounds to communicate and coordinate during hunting. These differences in vocalizations reflect their distinct hunting strategies and social dynamics, highlighting the adaptability of orcas to their environments. The contrasting lifestyles of these two orca populations highlight the incredible diversity within the killer whale species, showcasing how they have evolved to thrive in their respective niches in the marine world. Section 10. Ancestral Connections, Orcas in Indigenous Cultures. For centuries, northern resident killer whales have held a place of profound significance in the cultures and traditions of indigenous communities along the Pacific Northwest coast. These communities view the whales with deep respect and reverence, recognizing their intelligence, power, and spiritual connection to the ocean. In many indigenous cultures, orcas are considered to be guardians or protectors of the sea, embodying the spirits of ancestors or mythical beings. Their presence is often associated with good fortune, abundance, and balance in the natural world. These cultural beliefs underscore the deep-rooted connection between indigenous communities and the marine environment. Section 11. Hope for the Future, a Shared Responsibility. The future of northern resident killer whales hangs in the balance. However, there is hope. By working together, we can address the threats facing these iconic creatures and ensure their survival for generations to come. Protecting these whales requires a collective effort, involving governments, scientists, conservation organizations, and individuals alike. By supporting sustainable fishing practices, reducing our carbon footprint, and advocating for the protection of critical habitat, we can all play a role in safeguarding these magnificent creatures. The fate of northern resident killer whales is a potent reminder that the health of our oceans is inextricably linked to our own well-being. It is a responsibility we all share.